much would you pay me if I could tell you that I had a method that would make it almost impossible for you to miss an email from somebody? Okay, well, get ready to pay up because I'm about to spout some organizational wisdom. Hey, this is Kelsey from GoalGetter. Thanks for watching this video. How often have you had this happen to you? You send an email to somebody that you desperately need a response on. One of your projects is solely depending on the fact that they respond to this email. You send them the email and then you're just sitting there tapping your fingers, waiting, hoping that they respond, and then you're waiting for minutes and then hours and then days, and then eventually you just call the person and you ask them the question and they say to you, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I didn't see your email." This method that I use to sort my email makes it so that I see every single email that's coming in and I don't miss it and I can't forget about it until I've acted on it. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create subfolders in your inbox for every single project, program, or event that you do that you're responsible for. So for example, a couple years back, I was responsible for implementing a software system at my work. I've got a folder in my email inbox that is titled with the name of that software. So any email that comes in relating to that subject will eventually end up in that subfolder. Okay, so that's the first step. You are creating subfolders for every project or program that you work on. The next step, once you've created all of your subfolders for all of your projects, you're going to start going through your inbox, email by email, starting with the very oldest and moving to the newest. You're going to take a look at all of these emails and sort them into the corresponding folders and subfolders that you've got. So you're just slowly moving them wherever they need to go. So what happens if you hit an email that doesn't fit into any of your subfolders? You've got two options. The first thing you could do is create a brand new subfolder relating to that email. This would be the best answer if you're going to have a lot of emails like that one. They all correspond to the same subject and they're all going to end up going in that new subfolder. If that won't work, if this is a unique email, you're not going to have anything like this in the future, what you can do is create a general subfolder. I've got one of these for all of my unique emails that don't really fit anywhere else. They're not going to be very many that are like that in the future. Okay, so step one was create all of your subfolders for all of your topics. Step two was starting from the very oldest email in your inbox, you're going to start sorting your emails. Step three happens whenever you've gotten through all of your old emails and you are now at anything that's currently in your inbox that is from the past 30 days. So you've gone through all of this old stuff and now all you've got left in your inbox that you have not yet sorted are emails from the past 30 days. Now, this is the part that takes a little bit longer. What you want to do with these emails that are from the past month, take a look at them and see if there's any action required of you from these emails. So you got an email from your boss, for example, and your boss is asking you if you'll send them a report or you'll check on something for them, something like that. Any action that may be required. You might have to respond to the email, make a couple phone calls, do some research, anything that this email could be asking you to do. If there is nothing required of you based on that email, you can go ahead and keep sorting it. If it were totally okay for you to never see this email again, never think about this email again, sort it. If it might be helpful for you to have it at the forefront of your mind, leave it in your inbox. So that's step three. Eventually, what you're going to end up with is a to-do list of sorts. So your inbox from now on will serve as a to-do list. Either these emails will be reminders for you to get a task done, or they will actually be triggers so that you can complete tasks that need to be done in your workflow. Sometimes I'll have an email that is a little bit bigger. It's asking me to do something that's going to take more time. Instead of keeping that inside my email inbox, what I'll do is I'll actually write it as an item on my real to-do list on my dry erase board, and then I can remove it from my email inbox and get rid of some of that clutter. Okay, so let me walk through what this system will look like once you've gotten it all set up. So you're going about your business, doing your work, and then somebody sends you an email and it's asking you a question about a project you're working on. You don't quite know the answer right yet, but you know that you will have it if you talk to some people. You know that you'll be able to get that answer for that person. Instead of sorting that, what you'll do is you'll leave that email in your inbox until you have time to get that answer. Then once you respond to that person, you can move that email into that subfolder. subfolder and you won't have to worry about it again. Your inbox and your mind will then be a little bit more decluttered. I love this system because not only does it help me keep an organized to-do list with my emails, but it also helps give me a picture of how my day went. I know that if I had a really crazy day, I didn't have much time to do too much with my emails, my email inbox is going to reflect that. If I had a slow but productive day, I will have been able to sort my emails as they came in, as I took care of my tasks, and my email inbox is going to look a lot less cluttered by the end of the day. It's also really satisfying after a productive day to move that last email from your inbox into its subfolder, and then you've got a completely empty email until the next day starts and it starts all over again. Say you have thousands upon thousands of emails and you're just thinking to yourself like, this isn't going to work. My email inbox is so full. Well, I have a solution for you too. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create your subfolders just like step 1, but you're also going to create another subfolder called before today's date. For example, it's June 3rd. So you call this folder before June 3rd, 2017, something like that. Then you're going to scroll all the way down to the very oldest email in your inbox and you're going to click on it. Then you're going to scroll back up until you reach the last email that was received at the end of the day, 1 month from today. You've got the very oldest email in your inbox clicked, and then while pressing the Shift key, you're going to click on the email that was sent at the very end of the day a month ago. That will select all of those emails in your inbox from the one that was received at the end of the day 1 month ago to the very oldest email in your email inbox. With all of those selected, you're going to drag them and put them into the folder titled Before Today's Date. All you should have in your email inbox at this point are emails that have been received within the past 30 days. So now you're going to start looking through each one of these emails just like you would have in the previous step 3, and you're going to examine each one and ask yourself this question. If this email were deleted today and never seen again, would that cause a problem? If deleting that email and never seeing it again would not cause a problem, what you can do is you can move that email into that email subfolder titled Before Today's Date. If it might cause a problem, you're not sure, you can move that email to its corresponding project subfolder, so it's in the folder with all of the emails like it that are about that project. If you are certain that deleting this email would cause a problem, you might forget something like that, what you'll do is you'll just keep it in your inbox. Eventually, what you should see by the time you've gone through every single email from the past 30 days is you should have a concise to-do list in your email inbox so that you can look at each one of these and they remind you to do some sort of action. What I like about this system is that I never miss an email. It takes a conscious effort to move an email from my inbox to its corresponding project subfolder. I love it. The next thing I like about this system is that it makes my emails super easy to find. If I need to reference an email about a certain subject, all I need to do is go to that subject subfolder, and then I can do a search function within that subfolder, and it really helps me tailor and find what I needed to find really easily without any problem. Another reason I like this system, and I've said this a couple times, this works as kind of a dual purpose to-do list. Not only is it a way for me to communicate with people, but also it gives me a list of things that I still need to do. And the last reason that I like this system, and I've said this before, is that it serves as a workload thermometer. You know, if I've had a crazy busy day, that's reflected in my email inbox. It might be a lot more full. If I've had a really productive day, then my email inbox will be a lot more empty and more sparse. And maybe it'll be completely empty. I love those days. I use this email sorting system in conjunction with a lot of other effective productivity systems. For example, I've got this big dry erase board in my workspace that I use for a to-do list. If any emails are really big, they might take a long time, they make it onto the dry erase board. I also use it in conjunction with my calendar scheduling that I do and my alarms that I set up to make sure that I never miss a task. I'm always reminded of something that I need to do. Thanks for watching this video. I post new content every week, so be sure to subscribe and thumbs up if you liked this. And also check out my website. It's www.beagoalgetter.net. We've got lots of other great content along this same line.